I'll never let you fucking embarrass me like that again, I swear to fucking God. Shut the fuck up, yo. I'm fucking done with you. I'm so fucking done with you. I'm not fucking joking.
You're fucking right.
Oh, my mama, Carlin, what the fuck is actually wrong with your fucking brain?
I think you're overreacting.
You're fucking dead to me. Fuck you.
I do have one question, though.
Yo, what?
I'm just saying, as your girlfriend, those pictures are a little suspicious.
As seen in this scene, Maddie and Nate are clearly not in a healthy relationship. Not to mention, Nate is a white male from a wealthy nuclear family. On the other hand, Maddie is a Hispanic female from a less affluent part of the neighborhood. Prior to Nate's abuse towards Maddie, Maddie had been slut-shamed by him for her outfit. Therefore, she stood up to him, asserting dominance. Because the female in a heterosexual relationship is not typically the dominant one, Nate felt threatened. Plus, she was a part of the racial minority in the relationship, giving her even less power. In order to reassert his dominance, he had to prove physically stronger, so he choked her. His actions worked, and Maddie immediately relinquished her power back to him. When confronted by the police because of the marks on her neck, she denies Nate had anything to do with it. Although the police did question Nate, his family has a lot of power in the town, so he never felt truly concerned for any consequences. Maddie, on the other hand, felt as though she was never respected by the police and authorities because none of them seemed to care about her opinions or feelings, so it was a waste of her time and negative emotions. In Crenshaw's Mapping the Margins, the author argues that society is neglecting the safety of women of color. Crenshaw quotes, "The political interests of women of color are obscured and sometimes jeopardized by political strategies that ignore or suppress intersectional issues." This situation is evident in this scene because Maddie doesn't even feel that it is necessary for her to get justice for the abuse she endured because she knows that her race puts her at a disadvantage with authority members. Not to mention, the police are trying to stay on good terms with Nate's family for political reasons. If Nate's family doesn't like the police will lose a lot of power in the town. Not only does Maddie not get justice for what happened to her, but she doesn't want it. Nate has so much power over her that she is blind to the physical and emotional abuse. This situation is comparable to the husband stitch. Both relationships demonstrate the amount of power, both physically and emotionally, the men have in the women. Maddie was being assaulted by her partner, and the only person she felt she could talk to about it was her abuser. In the husband stitch, all the women asked of her husband was to not untie her ribbon. Yet, the man wasn't fully satisfied until he had complete power over her. In the end, the woman let the man untie her ribbon, her final representation of her power over him. At this point, her husband fully owned her. When Maddie was going through abuse, and she felt as though the only person she could go to was her abuser, it was evident to the audience that Nate fully owned Maddie because he had complete power over her.
Leave me alone.
You're not mad at me because of that. Just like I'm not mad at you about Vanessa.
Stop telling me what I feel.
We're just doing what we always do. Finding excuses. Well, I won't do it anymore. I know you told Serena you love me.
Serena heard wrong.
Last year you told Nate. This year you told Serena. You tell everyone but me. Why can't you tell me? Is Gossip Girl right about you being a coward?
That's not true, and you know it.
Gossip Girl can be right about you all she wants. But I won't let her be right about me. I will not be weak anymore. You can't run. You have to stay here. And here at this time. Drug pass. I love you. I love you so much. It consumes me. I love you. I know you love me too. Tell me you love me. And everything we've done, all the gossip and the lies and the hurt will have been for something. Tell me it was for something.
Maybe it was.
In the popular TV show Gossip Girl, two of the main characters, Chuck and Blair, are known for having an off-and-on toxic relationship. From sleeping with other people while together, to publicly shaming and spreading rumors about each other, to trading of Blair for a hotel, they clearly had a rocky relationship. Throughout this time, Chuck never said I love you to Blair, and as his father had ingrained in him that men should not have feelings. As we learned from Mesero Montes de Oca, the male consumer, it is implied that women demand levels of emotional commitment and expression undesirable to men. This is because men have the need for women as sexual desires rather than as an emotional one. As these three words are extremely important to Blair, you can see Blair pressuring Chuck into saying I love you. Clearly, Chuck is not ready to say these important words to her, as it goes against everything he was told as a child. Furthermore, it highlights what Mendoza de Oca quotes in his writing about men and their emotional boundaries. By not allowing him to move at his own speed and saying those words when he felt comfortable, Blair was pressuring Chuck further from any type of commitment. However, Blair was not willing to think about his emotions and continued to pressure him until he gave her what she wanted. Throughout the show, she puts her feelings above his, causing many problems throughout the series and their unique relationship. Additionally, in this scene, Blair's emotional manipulation towards Chuck continues in the Hamilton and Armstrong piece. Gossip Girl created Blair to have the beliefs that normal women should have, including wanting love, romance, relationship, and marriage, with Chuck because she fits into the social norms that all women are supposed to fulfill. Furthermore, both their genders and classes expressions were in the top 1%, meaning both women and men are now expected to defer family formulation until their mid-20s or early 30s to focus on education and career investments. Because Chuck and Blair were only teenagers and had such high expectations because of their families they were born into, more controversy occurred, thus making Blair look like a crazy girlfriend that is pushing both of them into this relationship that is not supposed to occur at this time.